Hi, everyone. We are so excited to have you here with us today. Um, so, how I ended up in this path is my beautiful friend Tina was talking about this biofeedback analysis. And I had been doing so much for my health. I was confident I was going to ace that test. It was not a test, but um, when I did finally do an analysis, I was aware of some gaps in my health. And I was a little bit startled with them because some of them were in my health or in my heart area, circulation. And that was the area where I figured I would be the best at because I was doing everything right for my heart with the best omega 3s and the best of this and that. When I got this information, I decided, how do you test partially? So I stopped everything that I was taking and I started on some new herbal adaptogenic nanoparticle, all the words, supplements. And in 6 weeks, I had 87 improvements in my follow up analysis. And I understand it's not diagnosing anything, but it is giving me insight to what's going on with my health. And when I saw that, there was no unseeing it. I couldn't go back. Because I'm like, everybody needs to know this. Everybody needs to be able to see where they're at with their health. And I guess here we are now. Um, and then, of course, I got Carla. I'm like, Carla, you have to see this insight because it's so empowering. So,
And it is. Just before this call, we were actually going over my scans since April, and I was impressed with all the improvements that I have seen, yes, in my scans. My gut health is a lot better. My hormones have been balanced. I'm off the hormone patches that I was on. So yeah, they make a huge difference. I am so glad that you introduced me to this. Thank you.
and what she's not saying is that she was pointing out too, she said, look at this. You see how this is improving every month with my left ventricular, whatever. That's the thing my nutritionist said doesn't change. You just have to live with it. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
So thank you again for joining us. And I'm going to invite Tina, my beautiful friend with more letters in after her name than I think there are in the alphabet. I don't know. She is very intelligent, she's just a beautiful friend that I love so much. And I couldn't be happier to be working with anyone but Tina on this mission that we are on to help empower everyone when it comes to their health. So, Tina, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Laura and Carla. And I love your beautiful, authentic selves and your stories because this is what it's about. It's really about helping people understand the gaps, right? Like the feeling of I'm off, I just don't know what is off, right? Unfortunately, we are always guessing. So your guys' stories are so real because you guys took an opportunity to kind of look inside and actually listen to what your bodies are telling you. And then you took action, right? You found a solution and you can see the changes that are happening. And that's what I love because I think we're all kind of in that space right now where we don't want to guess anymore, right? But we do want to see some real changes and feel and see the difference as well, right? So thank you for allowing me to be here tonight and to share. And hopefully, I'll get through this all really quickly. I am going to share a few slides because that's how it starts, right? And I need to go back here. So there we go. There we all are. So we've got myself and Laura and Carla, and we're going to open it up here at the end to where if there's anyone here on tonight, we might open it up to a few more shares, right? Hearing what real people say, that's always the most powerful part. But just a little bit about myself. Like Laura mentioned, my name is Tina D'Angelo. I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I have been a medical professional for 26 years. And my degrees are specifically in medical imaging, working in radiology. I have all areas, so I'm board certified in abdominal OBGYN, vascular, small parts, breast, right? I also look at, I have X-ray registered, radiation license, MRI, CT, everything. So I unofficially diagnose. And so it's really interesting when you look inside of bodies all day long, you really see what's happening, right? I see it before anyone feels it. And the interesting thing to me too is that literally my patients are asking for help, right? Can you please help me? And it's sad, unfortunately, in the sick system that I'm unable to truly help them in a way that they want to be helped, even though I'm seeing exactly what's going on. Um, we know that there's a time and place for modern medicine, but my heart and mission is to truly help people, not in the hospital setting where I work, right? Because I've got two concrete walls here that I'm very limited to with. So just keep an open heart and an open mind what you're going to hear tonight, because truly, I believe that what's coming next in wellness is going to help people outside those walls, anywhere around the world, right? An opportunity, if you have a servant heart and you truly want to help yourself first, right? And then help other people, I really think that this is going to be exactly something that you're going to want to stick around for. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm all about just bringing some really good questions to the table. So you're with us tonight. If you're in person on Zoom, we have a little chat box if you want to use it. I love interaction. So I believe there's something really big that's missing in wellness, right? I call it the wellness gap because we all see it, right? Out on social media, right? All the things people are throwing you, the ads, right? The social influencers, buy this, do this, right? This expert says this expert says that, right? It's like there's so much noise, right? And there's so many options, and there's not enough certainty, right? I had a wellness coach that I was working with, and she told me literally the other day, she goes, the reason why I get clients that come to me is because they see all this stuff, right? They don't really trust it. They see it and then they come to me and they're like, now tell me what you think, right? And so it's kind of funny that we're seeing all this stuff, but people want to work with who they trust, right? They want more certainty and clarity. They want customization, right? They don't want to be treated. Why would you help somebody over here the same way as someone like yourself, right? We're two different people, right? We have different needs. We're all different on the inside, genetics, underlying issues, so many different things, environmental factors. And here's the other thing that I'm noticing is professionals, right? Not just clinicians and wellness coaches, even people that own brick and mortar stores, estheticians, like anyone in the service industry that's really treating people. They need simple, scalable, credible tools that will already add to their portfolio of what they're already doing, right? And business owners need more traffic and clients, right? Less complexity, but more revenue. So I truly believe that we have the missing bridge. What I'm going to show you tonight is not only just about a modern wellness, like using technology, I'm going to be talking about personalization, products that are truly exceptional in the industry, and I'm going to tell you why and how easy and duplicatable it is. So it all began in a little town called Hermosillo, Mexico. Some of you heard it, some of you haven't. Um, about 4 years ago, right? So that's when this company, Vital Health Global, was founded. But it really began even way back then. So Alex Reynoso He was a great entrepreneur. He worked for one of the top wellness companies for many, many years. And he wanted to actually manufacture his own product because he saw the gap in the industry right now where everyone was using the same manufacturer, right? Everyone's products were the same, right? People were just slapping different labels on them, right? So one company would sell it for this price, another would sell it for this price. But truly, if you don't own your own manufacturing, right, you don't own the formulations, you don't control the logistics. So he saw an opportunity, but he needed an exceptional product line, and he met Dr. Tony Rodriguez. And Dr. Tony Rodriguez, his life mission was to help um, with disease processes. His parents died very young when he was 15. When his mom died of rheumatoid arthritis, his dad died of type 2 diabetes, right? Things that people should not die from that are curable, right? Or treatable. And so that set him on a path of being very poor, right? Not having good nutrition, not having running water, set him on a mission to become a naturopathic doctor who was going to create the formulas that were going to help people, right? So he had clinics in Mexico. He had like over a year waiting list, and he literally was creating formulas that were curing and treating like these common diseases and ailments. And so people found out about him. So what he wanted to do is he wanted to expand his clinics because he was getting so popular and his methods and formulations were working. Well, Alex met Dr. Tony. They decided to get together and bring those two powerhouses together, the operation, the logistics, the formulas, and the science. So that's pretty much how Vital Health Global started. In 2022, it was a really small operation. They made 1.4 million, right? They just expanded in Mexico, right? So in 2023, they went up to 4 million, 2024, 43 million. In 2025, guess what happened? They opened North America, right? US and Canada. And then they started to expand into Europe beginning of this year, and they've already hit $100 million. So you can kind of see where this is going because our future of wellness will continue to rise. And these are just some pictures. I personally went down there, me and my husband, last June because I needed certainty. Remember we talked about certainty? I needed certainty, I needed transparency before I was ever going to put my name on another company or product again. So I had to have eyes. I saw the labs. I toured the manufacturing facilities. I I saw them making the products. We talked to the formulators. I was there. Dr. Tony spoke to us for hours, right, about his mission and what he was doing. And I've never seen that level um, of transparency and certainty in a company. And it's going to continue to grow. And that vision and belief is really what sets us apart. So I'm all about what makes us unique, right? Because again, like you said, there's a lot of choices, right? We talked about that, right? There's a lot of choices, right? How many of you guys feel completely confused, right? When you're out there, you're like, I don't even know where to start. There's so much, especially in the wellness space. So what makes us different is that we're not just a product line or some fancy tools, which we'll talk about. We're actually a full ecosystem, which I'm going to get more into. And we actually use nutrients that adapt to your body's needs. Like Laura said, we use the adaptogenic herbs. We also have like nano micro particle forms. So we're going to get the maximum bioavailability absorption your body possibly can. We use raw materials around the world, right? World class, things that some companies or some products can't even find. And then we use like personal wellness tools like the bioscanner. But these are super clean. They're very highly tested. I'll talk about that in a little bit more as well. And we use um, amazing formulas. Like I say that the formulators here It blows my mind what they put into one formula and the cost, right? It all comes down to now that you found the product that you want, but nobody can afford a $200 product anymore, right? It's inflation. People are barely being able to buy their food. And unfortunately, people spend money on sickness before they'll spend money on health. And wouldn't it be amazing that you had an affordable plan or product with lots of discounts and loyalty programs and things like that, where now you can actually afford your health, right? Because when you're sick, you'd give anything to be healthy again, right? You can't put a dollar amount on that. But I'm glad that here we don't have to make people choose like that where you're so expensive. So I'm going to briefly go over a product line real quick. We have a whole line of detox products. These are going to help with anything from your liver, like your liver, gallbladder, pancreas, or Organex, Arterin. It's great for kidneys, and kidneys indirectly affect blood pressure, right? It's the blood fluid balance. So not only do they filter, but they actually affect your heart as well. That's why all the organs systematically work together. I wish I could show people because I actually see it all real time, like everything moving. Even I see the blood going through people's bodies. Like I literally see these cells. It's crazy. I wish I could wave my magic wand over everyone. Believe me. We have things like our glutation. We have a glutation product that's tincture. We have a glutation that's absorbable in capsule form that not only has the glutathione, but it has the precursors to have your body naturally produce glutathione. And that's so important because it's a master antioxidant. So every cell in your body needs a big antioxidant, and it's an anti-aging. We also have things for blood sugar, the S balance. We have our line of Restore family. Now, these are all the things. So once you detox, right? So the whole process is to open the detox pathways, right? It's not a harsh. A lot of people promote harsh detoxes. So they'll do a detox for a couple days or a couple weeks. What does that do, right? You're back. Wait, after that, you're right back to what you're already doing, right? Are you still eating food? Are you still being exposed to maybe pesticides, your environment, right? All the things, right? That's what I love is that this is about a daily detox. So we should always be opening our detox pathways and never stopping that detox from happening. And then once you do that, we restore. We give your cells the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, the antioxidants, the macros, the micros, the phytonutrients. Those are the nutrients your cells need to live. If you know anything about cellular biology, right? The cells uptake the nutrients in the ATP cycle. We use it as energy. We actually eat to live. If you stopped eating, what would happen? Your cells would die, right? We would die. So it makes sense, right? But unfortunately, we can't get the good nutrients from our food anymore, right? Our soils are over depleted. We have so many modified food sources. Our organics aren't even organic. I mean, I know like in the US, we're trying to clean that up a little bit, right? There's so many. Have you guys picked up a product at the store and read how many ingredients are in there? And most of them you can't even pronounce. It's kind of insane if you think about it. Like what happened the last 60 to 100 years? Like grandparents, right? Like the food they had, right? We kind of went into this is normal and it's literally making us sick, right? Everything that we're putting in our bodies. So the Restore family is going to help things like stress, immunity, memory, hormones, sleep, blood sugar. Again, like you have your omegas, right? Like even helping with appetite and things like gut health, right? We talk about gut, right? So important, right? To flush out the toxins and help adjust that microbiome. And then we have our Nourish family. So once you detox and give your cells what it needs, then we need the foundational nutrition. Right? This is like your proteins, your creatines, your amino acids, right? All the minerals and vitamins, all the things that you need, your prebiotics, your probiotics, right? We have an amazing kids line as well because kids need nutrition more than ever. And we all know, especially nowadays with kids, like we know the disease processes are on the rise, but so are things like ADHD and autism and mental health, right? And it is truly an epidemic, in my opinion. I have kids. I have 4 kids. Forgot to mention that. And multiple I've seen. My oldest is high functioning, and he's going to be 27 soon. And I'm telling you, they didn't have any of this when he was younger, right? And it's a whole, now we know better, right? Now we know better, so we can do better, but it's still a problem. Kids just don't have it. They're picky eaters, right? So this kids line's amazing because it helps with the gut-brain balance. Because honestly, kids' mental, their concentration, everything, it's really not their brains, it's the gut. And it all goes back to good nutrition. And then we have our Awaken family. This is just helps give our bodies more energy, right? Just makes us start feeling better, right? More like ourselves. So these are things that have natural energy, like our coffee line. It's amazing. No mold or pesticides. It's instant, it's easy. They're healthy coffees. In fact, I'm on the wellness advisory board for Vital Health Global. There's just a few of us, and I was lucky enough to know some inside information. And our formulator, Dr. Gustavo, he met with us for a few hours recently, and he was talking about how our coffees, they literally can prove it. And I'll tell you why. Our coffees have the highest antioxidants of any coffees in the entire world, especially our Love Cafe, which is the hormonal one. And then do you know that our Latte Cafe is the only one on the market with 10 adaptogenic mushrooms? It doesn't even exist, right? It's like almost like awakens your brain. It's almost like natural Adderall. That's what some people have told me. Right? And it tastes delicious. That's the whole thing is that these don't taste like dirt. They don't taste disgusting. Everything that Vital Health does, like people want it, right? Because your bodies are craving it for one thing, but it actually is nice to take. Like you look forward to drinking your coffee, you look forward to taking your shakes, you look forward to like your natural energies. Even the tinctures don't even taste bad, right? Um, and then my favorite is the V Energy because I love it. It's got the saffron. It's all natural energy. I mean, if you're grabbing for an energy drink every single day, then you probably have a problem, right? And there's a lot of bad stuff in there because I know because my husband still drinks some of them. He's trying to cut back. But the chemicals in them, um, like are literally like derivatives of cyanide and stuff like that. It's kind of insane. So why not go for the healthy, right? If you're drinking coffee, make it healthy. If you need energy, make it healthy. And then I can't not finish up by looking at all of our amazing certifications, right? I mean, these are all like amazing GMP, FDA, our manufacturing's FDA registered. And we are now ISO 22000, the European's highest standard in the world. If you're familiar with European standards, right? Everyone's like, who cares about the FDA? Like, whatever Europe is doing, that's where we want to be, right? That's what we have. And we're getting halal certified. And we have a new trademark technology that they've been working on for years. The University of Sonora, they literally have documented studies where our products, they have proven not just like when you take it, but actually how it goes through your system, from like start to finish, the digestion, the absorption, because we use the methylated, all the things, that they have a um, trademark technology called ABIA. I know this is going to be coming out very soon. You guys are like the first people that I've told about this that actually proves through the University of Sonora that our products are the highest bioavailability absorption than any product line out there. And to me, I'm like, yay. I mean, some of the even the ingredients they're using, they have specific ingredients that they've proven are 90% absorbable to your body. And that's going through the digestive system, which is very, very hard to do. So I'm going to move on. I just wanted to give just a couple minutes on these two because these are our newest products. So everyone is talking about them right now. And I personally, being board certified in, you know, gynecology and obstetrics, I understand female hormones very well and men hormones. And this is much needed. So we have two brand new products, one for her, one for him, Harmony for the women and Prime for the men. And what I love about the Harmony is it doesn't skip a beat. It has everything. It's helps with women who are menstruating, perimenopause, postmenopause, helps with support with um, those highs and lows with the estrogen and progesterone, right? The support. But it also helps with vitality, libido. It has the inositol, right? Because they're finding that female hormones are particularly tied to insulin, right? Our pancreas. That's why those two are hand in hand. Things like PCOS and all the things, right? Which are just like out of control right now. But it also has probiotics that help with the vaginal intimate area, right? That helps with the natural pH. So I'm literally like blown away because I literally think of everything in one formula. So instead of you going and buying three different things for all your female issues, they have it in one. And the same for men, Prime, same thing. I have done a ton of research on hormone products for men, and men go through changes too, right? It's called andropause. You know how women go through menopause, men go through andropause. It's actually a real thing. Um, and so they need support, right? Their mood's off, right? When does a man say, I think my hormones are off, right? Like, no, they're like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm kind of moody. I just don't feel the same. I don't recover. Like I'm tired. Ding, 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 right? That means the man in your life needs some support, right? So this one has everything in it: the fenugreek, the horny goat weed, the saw pimento, the tonking ali, same thing, libido, energy, drive. It has stuff for prostate health and urinary health, which is so important for men. And it helps just even with their performance, right? And they did studies on a lot of these herbs that I researched, and a lot, especially, I think it was the horny goat weed. They tested it on cyclists, which are athletes, and every single one of them had a positive shift in their energy and performance. Isn't that cool? So I'm just really excited about those two. Super affordable, by the way. And then here's me, and maybe you know a practitioner, a clinician, a business owner, somebody who's already in the health and wellness space, right? We all know them because health and wellness is on the rise, especially the service part of it, right? Because people are not trusting their doctors like they used to, right? They're maybe going to their doctor getting a diagnosis and they're like, nope, I'm not taking the medication. I'm getting a second opinion. I'm going to the integrative health doctor, right? I'm going to see my nutrition coach, right? That's where people are headed, right? But here's the thing is these type of people need to focus on what they do most, but they need to bring more clients. They need to make what they do easy. So we have the supported systems, the modern tools. I really feel like this is the advantage of what we can offer here because we can easily integrate what we have. We have the tools, the bioscanners, right? They easy within minutes. We're going to talk about that, how you can get results, and then immediately a recommendation and a product line that you're going to feel confident. I just talked about all the science and all the how everything's amazing, right? That you're going to feel confident about recommending now to your clients and patients. And so that leaves it so you can focus on what you do best. I really believe that we have something that's built for the future. I'm going to talk a little better about our wellness tools. Laura and Carl are talking about that. This is our quantum resonance scanner. So it's full body analysis, and we have a facial mobile wellness scanner. So you can, anyone around the world, it's a tool to empower ourselves, right? It's an app, you just download it, and you can start taking like immediate little snapshots of your face and all the things that are happening, and also give you some recommendations, right? So that you don't have to physically get a bioscan, right? That we have multiple tools either to help other people, to help people empower themselves. We also have systems. We're all about simple systems, especially within our Rise and Thrive Collective, because that's what I'm all about. Because if I couldn't do it, how could any of you guys do it? I still work 36 hours at a hospital. I have 4 kids. Yes, they all live at my house. I don't know why, but they're all still here, right? Right. We're busy. We're all so busy. So if you can't work this simply in the nooks and crannies of life, then you don't have a future, in my opinion. So that's what we do. We simplify it. We use systems, and then we integrate with innovation. So we're never going to stop looking at the newest technologies, right? We're never going to stop formulating. We're never going to stop looking out there and saying, what could we do better? Right? Or where is the gap? What product is there that everyone needs that no one has? Right? Or what's the most popular brand out there, but we can do it better and less expensive, right? And save you money. So that is definitely where we're headed. And then I just want to touch on this amazing device and tool. It's just a few minutes. It uses like a pulse oxidator, if you guys are familiar with those, just a little finger. It takes a couple of minutes. It literally is one of the most accurate scanners I've ever seen. And I've done my research because I was looking for one, which kind of brought me to Vital Health. I was actually looking for one for years, and there's some other brands on the market, AO, Zyto, all the things. I know them all. I know them all and use them all. And this one completely blows my mind as far as accuracy, right? Now, what it does, it doesn't use the same markers or testing as blood work, but it parallels. So when I get the results, I can tell that when people have had a blood work or a diagnostic test, I'm like, and even your clients and the people you scan, right? They'll tell you, how did it know that? My doctor just told me I had that, issue in my blood, or I just had a mineral vitamin test and I already knew I was deficient. Like, who wants to go get pricked and prodded and wait? And it's so expensive, right? Like, you could literally have some of these exact readings within minutes, right? But here's the thing is it's it doesn't use the same criteria. So we can't compare, apples to oranges, right? So what it does is every cell in your body, this is what I know from diagnostics, and this is not a diagnostic tool for this reason. Every cell in our body emits a frequency. Blood cells different than a liver cell. They have different frequency values, right? And there's a normal. That's why I can see on ultrasound, a normal liver looks different than an abnormal liver, right? Because this frequency changed. So now the shades of gray changed on my image. Makes sense? And if I see things like cancer, like a mass, that's abnormal cells, right? And that's the biggest free radical change your body can go through. So when your cells go through a disease or disorder process, the frequency changes, right? But our cells can also change just our day to day. If we're feeling stressed, if we ate something bad, right? If we were exposed to something. So what this picks up is those abnormal frequency shifts, either our day to day, right? That's why you could scan yourself a couple hours later, the next day, and you'll have maybe a different reading because your cells weren't speaking the same, they weren't signaling the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like a couple hours ago or the day before, right? But it also can pick up things like underlying issues, like those things you already know that maybe you're diagnosed with or don't know. And it also can pick up things that maybe you're genetically prone to, that maybe it hasn't happened yet, but our cells are uh, like a plethora of knowledge, right? Our cells are literally holding this information, and that's what we're pulling out. But like I said, we're not diagnosing or treating, right? All we're doing is picking up cellular shifts, however that may be. And then the scan gives us a reading that clues us into deficiencies, gaps, and then gives recommendations. And say for all ages, adults get a 128-page report, it analyzes 45 different key functions, children 10 and under, and analyzes 10 different areas that are specific for kids, which I love, like growth, gut, brain, even things like ADHD, things like that. So it's interesting, right, on the kids. And now we have, like I said, the facial scanner, right? I really suggest reaching out to whoever introduced you to this presentation and asking about our new facial scanner. It's in testing demo mode, but you can grab it completely free, just through your membership and downloading the app. And then also our more accurate one, of course, or more comprehensive is our QRMA analyzer. So I really truly believe this is a win for everyone. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on how you make money and the opportunity and all of that, right? But I do believe that we have the most affordability, right? And that's going to matter most. Really, it's really hard to compare our pricing to anyone else. You can even get up to 80% off manufacturing costs. So if you are a business owner, an influencer, we have programs for you through our influencer bonus. We even have things that are going to save you money, right? So here comes the savings. You don't even have to share ever. If you just like buying your own products month after month, you can also enjoy our loyalty program where you can earn up to 35% back even on your own orders just for being a loyal customer, right? And that's after the discount that we're going to talk about, right? This is after even your wholesale pricing. And then we have flexibility. So we have multiple ways to participate. If you want to be a retailer, stock products in your place of business, own a scanner, profit from just the residual on your consults and your scans, right? You set your price. We also have great programs for customers on the retail side, and our preferred members. And we literally are around the world. In fact, I'm almost at the point where it's like, tell me a country we're not in, right? Or pre-enrolling or going into right now, right? And that's when I say you literally could help people around the world, right? And that's where the potential income comes from. That you could be earning a commission from someone in Spain that placed an order, right? You could be earning a commission from someone in Australia that placed an order, right? Canada, Germany, Africa, right? Soon to be Eastern Europe and Asia. So it's pretty amazing all the different ways, right? That's so flexible. And you can do this from your phone, right? We're busy. We do business from our phone in the nooks and crannies. And then the profit potential is huge, right? Like I said, we have very strong retail, online, in-person margins. This is a win-win for anyone. Like I said, if you're just using it for yourself, if you want to buy a lot of products for your family, if you want to retail it, resell it, right? Or if you're a builder who wants to build teams and loves referrals, right? That's the generation pay. So again, this is really about building something bigger, but I really believe there's a place for anyone. It doesn't matter what you're looking for, we have something for you. And I like this slide real quick. We're just going to wrap it up here in a little bit. But these are some of the most popular products that you guys may see already on the market space, right? Let me know if you recognize any of these. Right? And they're not cheap, right? So it's like all about making the switch. And through our programs, like something like the AG1, right? Our V Daily is probably better, in my opinion. But what if you could buy that V Daily for $10 through our loyalty and influencer programs, right? Or even $50 just wholesale, right? That's an amazing savings. Our Rise Coffee, look at our Latte Cafe, our Contrava. I had someone the other day who The whole reason why they became interested is because they buy Kachava off Amazon. It's actually more. It's more on Amazon. It's like 80 or $85 a bag. Go look on Amazon. And then they heard about our Nourish. They're like, okay, tell me about that. Our Nourish is actually an all-in-one shake. People are using it for weight loss. If you're on the GLPs, right, there's a lot of missing nutritional component. People are using it for that. It's a really great, and it actually has a GLP-1 natural proprietary blend in it, so it does help along with weight management as well. And then again, like our Mango Celsius, right? Not very good for you, right? Make a switch. Um, Maybe try one of ours. So we just have some membership options and action steps. So if you like what you hear tonight and you're like, okay, what do you do, right? Like all I want to know is how to get started. So we have three different ways. Like you said, you can go buy full retail. If you do subscribe, that's like an auto ship. You save 30% off retail, which is awesome. And then you can even ask whoever invited you. Maybe they have a 25% discount code they can share with you because we do have some of those for retail customers. Or you can get a preferred membership and annual price of $30 a year. And again, we also have some discount codes for maybe getting those discounted or free. And then you become a per customer and you say save anywhere between 30 and 50% off your products anytime. And then you can enjoy our programs like the loyalty and influencer. And with that preferred member, you can expand it into our affiliate program where you can earn by sharing, right? So this is where you get all the benefits of all of them, but now you can actually earn rewards from other people ordering, from referrals, right? From anyone that they introduce and they introduce and they introduce. And that's where it becomes very generous. And really, it's an ABC system. Like for all of us, if you're all in, if you want a lot of products for your business, your clients, your family, sampling, you're thinking about that affiliate program where you want to be a builder, we love our Elite Pack. It's $1,240, includes everything. You get all the products, even the newest ones, because I just updated it, like 4 or 5 of them. It's $3,300 worth of product, right? It's your biggest discount. It's the only time you're going to save 20% off. And if you like the bioscanner we showed, those are normally 300 separate. You get it off half off for 150. So you can see the savings in that biggest pack. Or if you're on a budget, you can start with something like our essentials pack, right? You can get $330 worth of product. We have it, like I said, it's 19 products right there. Or you can go and customize it yourself too and just pick $330 worth. Or you can just become a customer and grab a couple of products, a discount bundle. The choice is really yours. So I just like to end that we do have everything. If you're thinking about building, sharing, promoting, right? The opportunity. You're literally one of the first people to hear about this. Everyone's like, I really think it's the best kept secret, right? Nobody has heard about Vital Health Global yet, right? But we have easy steps you can plug into our teams, our tools, our communities, our events. We're doing events all over the world right now. There might be an event right in your town coming soon. We help you launch, right? We help you get excited. We help with invites. You help actually, you're always supported. So you always have us, right? All of us here, me, Laura, Carla, our whole entire team to help you so that you don't have to do it alone. And then the next step is just earn. Just watch those rewards and commissions just dropping in, right? And you can use them towards your own products, right? Who doesn't like free products, right? You can use it to pay down your debt. You can use it to pay for groceries. And we even have a car bonus program, which isn't even hard to get. How would you like to just have $500 go towards your car payment? It doesn't matter. Vital Health doesn't care. You own a car, they want to pay for it, right? It's so amazing here. There's so many rewards. Like I said, we're not going to go over it all tonight, but if you want a deeper dive, whoever shared this can definitely get you all the information you need on that. So I just want to say thank you, right? This really was just a sneak peek, even though I do tend to share, probably overshare. Um, but I just get really excited about everything, like wellness, technology, the potential growth. And like I said, let us know if you want next steps to get started, and we'll definitely help you today if you, because there's never a good time, better time to start than right now. And then just stick around because we have a few people that might be sharing with us. So thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to Laura and Carla.
I lost my mute button. Carla should have taken over. Thank you so much, Tina. You are so good at sharing, and you can definitely feel your heart in that. I think in the chat here, I see that Carol would like to share with us. Carol, are you available?
I think we might have lost her actually.
No, we might have lost her. Okay, well,
Dang it.
I guess next time. But thank you so much, Tina. There's no one that we would rather be on this mission with than you because you do make everything so easy and duplicatable. So thank you very, very much.